P-Dub podcast fans, P-Dub Nation, good morning. It's your boy, Proven Winner, here with a exciting day of podcasts scheduled. So we've got 4 podcasts lined up today. The first one I am extremely excited about. I'm going to tell you guys that I've been conversing with this young lady for, 1 to 2 years now, and she is a professional through and through. And we're going to talk a little bit about women in sports betting and what the challenges are behind that, because there's enough challenges in this industry alone. And then being a woman in a male dominated industry, what does that look like? So we're going to get a little bit into her mind. And so without further ado, let's bring her in. Mrs. Jo Madden, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining the PETA podcast.
Well, thank you for the amazing intro. I loved it.
So those of you that don't know, Miss Jo is from Canada. She's a Canadian. What part of Canada are you from, Jo?
Up in Alberta.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I wouldn't even know. Where's that?
Yeah, Calgary, Alberta. We had snow yesterday. We're right by the mountains. I wish I was somewhere sunny and warm, but
as you
fortunately,
could tell,
I'm here.
it's a little overcast in SoCal, but I'm going to do it from my backyard today. P-Dub, or coffee with P-Dub from the backyard. But so let's get into a little bit, Jo. Women in sports betting, this is something that I'm really interested in understanding what the challenges are behind this. Is it possible to really get clientele as a woman in a male dominated industry? I know that it is because we've spoken before, but how do you accomplish that? So let's talk a little bit about that, open up, the women in sports betting topic and go from there.
Absolutely. It is possible, but it is a struggle. Once we get the clients as a female, we're able to keep them as long as we can prove ourselves. But getting taken seriously in this industry is so hard. It's a daily challenge to draw new attention. You have this chauvinist idea still in the industry. I've been told to get back in my lane. I've been told I belong in the kitchen, and I've been told I'm a face for a man. And it's so insulting because in this day and age, women really can do anything they want to do. And people still don't see it that way. It's like we've fallen back 30 years within this industry.
So I think it's absolutely great. I mean, the amount of females that you're seeing on, ESPN as sports reporters, or even now that recent news, Kelly in Vegas has joined the Daily Wager on ESPN, and that's a social media face, and for me to see that makes me, one, proud that we're, doing that for females and females are breaking through. But 2, what does that do for you from a motivational standpoint?
It's everything. It's paving the road. She is one step closer for me being one step closer, because the more females that get taken seriously, that can prove themselves, it makes it easier for myself. Because we don't want to be seeing the females in this industry as puppets or as not capable of doing it. For every female out there is just a face for a man, that makes us weaker. We need to see the strong females making the pass for us, and being taken seriously.
So seeing Kelly make it like that, I don't know where Kelly actually started BR betting or whatnot. But seeing her make it, what type of goals do you have for yourself in this industry?
I want to be the best of the best. I got into this and I was like, I just want to be the top female sports handicapper. And I'm like, why would I limit myself to that? And this was just a realization within the last 6 months. Why do I just want to be the best female? Why? I don't know. That's what I came in thinking, but I want to be taken seriously. I want everyone to know, what? Jo Madden knows what she's talking about. You're looking for a good pick? Talk to her. She knows her return on investment. She knows how to make her clients money, and she wants to see her clients succeed. She's teaching them the tricks. She's making sure they understand. So if they're going off the card and they're betting with their heart, they're realizing these little things that they should be looking at before they just put $50 down on Seattle because that's their team.
Right. So your goal, it sounds like, is to be the best handicapper in the world. So it's not tailored so much to going into sports reporting or any of those other avenues, being on the Daily Wager like Kelly is, actually advising people on how to win money is what it sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely. And educating. So I'd love to be in some of the sports reporting side of it. because I think combining the two, you're able to get your voice out there stronger. So I do like both sides of it.
Okay. Let's dive in a little bit about your success. What sports do you find yourself to be most successful on being in Canada? Is it hockey? Do you love hockey, or is it another sport?
You know what? I absolutely love hockey. Hockey, I am strongest for those underdogs. I've been tracking when you talk like a plus 150 and up, I've been tracking those and I'm hitting, 78-ish%
Wow.
on those plus dogs that high. I don't know how, but hockey is just like my thing to find those underdogs. But I think hockey, you can look more at the situation. And so looking at the situations and the matchups and the teams coming up, especially this season, it is just driving and clicking for me so well this season. I'm loving it. Except the Flyers on Saturday didn't work with the system. Yeah, it was Saturday's play on the Flyers. Just didn't work. You had public so heavy. Everything was pointing to take them. And I was just like, damn it, because we got every other dog Friday and Saturday except for the Flyers.
That's amazing. 78% is like unheard of overall. And if you're hitting plus money dogs at that rate, like, how do I sign up for your service? Holy shit, that's amazing.
Hey, I will tell you every single dog I'm hitting. So you've got it.
No. I believe you 100%. I think it's amazing. Hey, so do you do this as a profession 100%? Do you have another job? Tell us a little bit about your lifestyle and things that go into it.
So basically this is what I'm doing along with podcasts. I used to be an accountant. I sold off all of my accounting clients COVID hit. And, there was some ups and downs, with businesses closing. And so I was like, this is the time where I just do this. This is the time I just focus on this. Wow. Yeah, so it's been fantastic. I haven't looked back. I haven't questioned why I did it. I've loved being in this industry. Absolutely. So I've got a couple podcasts. I have a hustle and grind podcast that we're trying to get up and going every single day of the week. So doing a daily show. And then I got a couple others. We're on Staples Media. It's a fantastic network. And I'm loving it because I have one called the SoCal Smackdown, and we get to interview ex-athletes. And it's huge for me in handicapping, talking to these ex-athletes and hearing their perspective on different things. I think they know more than they realize within their stories, and especially for the situations, right? Like hearing how when they go to Miami, how they don't listen to their coaches, they party, they do this and that before the games. That's a huge reason why in football, Miami wins at home, right? Like, and stuff that I wouldn't even have thought to think of.
Yeah, it is pretty wild when you get into the mind of these sports, professional athletes. They're just humans like all of us, right? So they like to go out and have a good time, but they also, different people have different prep styles. But I don't think Tom Brady's partying at night, but I would say some of his teammates probably are. So let me ask you this. So you do this as a profession day in and day out. What does that look like for you? Are you a $100 unit better, $50 unit better? What does that look like? And what is your goal on a monthly basis, just from your individual sports betting to like from a revenue income standpoint?
Revenue income standpoint, so I'm $100 better. I bet straight across the board. I don't believe in putting higher units on one bet over another. Okay. So it's $100 across the board, whatever I'm betting. I'm looking for those underdogs because I don't like taking anything over. And so in football, over minus 120, minus 125. I won't touch anything above that. When we're looking at MLB, though, you've got to hit some of those minus 135s, minus 140s. It's just a different game. Hockey, I won't touch the above minus 135. So I'm looking for those key underdogs, right? And I will take 10% of my normal bet, so $10, and I will parlay everything because the chances of those bets sweeping are worth that 10%. So looking to generate, between 6,000 and 8,000 a month between everything I'm doing, which, it's possible when you're making the smart bets,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Because minus 200s, I won't touch, because if you lose a minus 200, you might as well have lost 4 other bets,
Right.
right?
So
In my opinion.
no, that's great. And so I do this professionally as well, and I do believe it. We have a little bit of a different style. I do believe in unit betting. I'm a $500 unit better. So like those parlays, which you're referring to, I put 1 unit on. We call them bankroll
Yeah.
builders. So if we have a 3 set in the NBA, there's times where if I'm very, very confident in the 3 set, we'll throw the 1 unit on that 3-team parlay as a bankroll builder. We sweep the board.
Yeah.
We've cleared a lot of units. So similar mentality, but different at the same time.
Yeah.
So outside of the podcast, and let's get into your little personal life. What do you like to do for fun, Joe?
Fun?
Yeah, do you have fun?
Watch sports.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, God, that's, I love how we're in COVID still. We're back in stupid lockdown again. So our patios, restaurants, everything's closed back up here. But I love, I'm a summer girl. I love being outside. I love the summer. I love sports. Right. I love hot tubs, love hanging out with my friends. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough. You heard it from Joe's mouth. All she does do is watch sports. So I guarantee she's picking winners.
Oh, I watch so much sports.
I think I've seen actually a little bit of wine and sports on
wine and sports. Yeah.
That's about it. Very nice. Very nice. All right,
and then coffee in the morning.
There you go. I'm the same way. Cheers.
Cheers.
So why don't you plug yourself and tell people where they can find you on the internet, on social media, and on your podcast as well.
Yeah, absolutely, you guys. So you can find me super easy. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at the Joe Madden. And I have the daily show Hustle and Grind. You can find that also on all social media platforms at Hustle and Grind X3.
Very nice. Very nice. And what do those packages look like, Joe, for you?
Packages? You know what? My packages are super reasonable priced. Another thing, being a female in this industry, I've been told they're higher than some men, but 29 daily cards, 69 weekly, or 169 a month. Beautiful.
Beautiful. And you can find me on Proven Winners on Twitter, Proven Winner on Instagram, and now the PW podcast, as we're having guests like this, and we hope to have Joe back on. Thanks for giving us a little bit of insight into women in sports betting and the challenges that surround that. I think next time we'll dive in a little deeper on the actual, what do the messages look like, right? Because I know that I've shared some of my messages. I can't even imagine what the messages look like for you. And we're going to leave that. We're going to leave the audience, and we're going to leave that for next time, Joe. So I appreciate you jumping on the show here for 15 minutes and give us a little insight. Best of luck today. It is a new week. That means new money, girl. So let's go get it.
It is. Let's get it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for jumping on the show. PW Podcast. We love you. And we'll be back on with another podcast here in 10 minutes and another one this afternoon with Bill Krakenberger, one of the most famous sports bettors in the world. Was recently on the Action Show on Showtime. We have him coming on in about 3 hours. So tune in for that. All right. Until next time, it's your boy, Coffee with P-Dub. We're out.